Europe may be known for its beauty and history, but hidden across the continent are places no one is ever allowed to enter. From radioactive mines and haunted islands to secret archives and cursed ruins, these forbidden zones are sealed for reasons both deadly and mysterious. Join us as we uncover the top 10 prohibited areas in Europe no human can enter, where danger, secrecy, and history collide. Assay 2 Mine. Deep beneath the German countryside lies the Assay 2 Mine, a place once filled with the echoes of miners extracting salt from the earth. But today, this silent underground maze holds a far darker secret. In the 1,960 seconds, it was converted into a nuclear waste storage site, where barrels of radioactive material were buried deep within its tunnels. Over the years, those barrels began to leak, releasing radiation into the surrounding rock and groundwater. The situation became so dangerous that the German government completely sealed the mine and banned all public entry. Engineers are still searching for ways to safely remove the waste, but even brief exposure could be deadly. The Assay 2 Mine now stands as one of Europe's most hazardous forbidden zones, a haunting reminder of how humanity's mistakes can linger for centuries beneath the surface. Zone Rouge. In northeastern France lies a scar left behind by World War I, an area known as the Zone Rouge, or Red Zone. Stretching across hundreds of square kilometers, this land is poisoned by the remnants of one of history's bloodiest wars. Beneath the soil lie millions of unexploded shells, rusting weapons, and human remains. The ground itself is filled with toxic metals and deadly gases, making farming or construction impossible. Entire villages that once stood here were erased from the map, deemed too dangerous for anyone to live in again. Even after more than 100 years, the soil still kills plants, and the risk of explosion remains high. The French government strictly forbids entry, allowing nature to slowly reclaim the battlefield. The Zone Rouge serves as a chilling, untouched memorial where time has frozen at the end of the Great War. Carrigaholt Castle. Standing on Ireland's rugged western coast, Carrigaholt Castle looks like something straight out of a medieval legend. Built in the 15th century by the MacMahon clan, it was once a powerful fortress overlooking the Shannon estuary. But centuries of Atlantic storms, neglect, and erosion have turned it into a crumbling shell of its former glory. The walls are unstable, the floors have collapsed, and deep cracks run through its ancient stones. Because of the constant risk of collapse, authorities have banned visitors from entering the structure. Yet, despite its dangers, the castle continues to attract curious onlookers who admire it from afar. Locals whisper tales of hidden treasures buried within and ghostly figures that guard the ruins at night. Carrigaholt Castle remains locked away from the public, both for safety and to preserve what's left of its haunting history. Surtsey. Far off, the southern coast of Iceland lies a place so pure and untouched that no ordinary human can set foot on it. Surtsey Island. Formed by a volcanic eruption in 1963, this island rose dramatically from the sea, giving scientists a rare opportunity to witness the birth of new land. Since then, Surtsey has become a natural laboratory for studying how life begins to colonize barren terrain. To keep the ecosystem completely uncontaminated, only a small number of scientists are allowed to visit, and even they must follow strict sterilization procedures before stepping onto the island. No tourist boats, no drones, and no outsiders are permitted. Over time, mosses, insects, and seabirds have slowly claimed the island, creating a perfect snapshot of Earth's early evolution. Surtsey remains one of the few places on the planet still untouched by human interference, a true living time capsule. Poveglia Island. Between Venice and Lido lies a small island shrouded in dark history, Poveglia. Often called the most haunted island in the world, it was once a quarantine station for plague victims. Thousands of infected souls were brought here to die, their ashes buried beneath the soil. In the 20th century, it became an asylum where disturbing experiments were rumored to have taken place. Over the years, countless stories of eerie voices, shadows, and screams have emerged, earning the island a terrifying reputation. Italian authorities eventually banned all access due to safety hazards and structural decay. But many believe the ban also protects people from something more sinister: the restless spirits said to wander the island's ruins. Today, Poveglia remains silent and abandoned, its crumbling buildings standing as eerie witnesses to centuries of human suffering. Jelgava Air Base. Hidden beneath the mountains, along the border between Croatia and Bosnia, lies one of Europe's most secretive military relics, the Jelgava Air Base. Built during the Cold War, this massive underground fortress could house fighter jets, fuel, and thousands of soldiers. It was designed to survive even a direct nuclear strike. But after the fall of Yugoslavia, the base was destroyed during the wars of the 1990, leaving behind a labyrinth of tunnels filled with debris and landmines. To this day, it remains a restricted area, too dangerous for any kind of exploration. The airbase, sealed and silent, now symbolizes the paranoia and destruction of a bygone era. Nature is slowly reclaiming it, yet deep underground, the ghost of the Cold War still lingers in the darkness. Moffen Island. High in the Arctic Circle lies Moffen Island, a frozen sanctuary north of mainland Norway. Covered in ice and snow for most of the year, this desolate island serves as a critical breeding ground for walruses and migratory seabirds. Because of its fragile ecosystem, the Norwegian government strictly forbids anyone from setting foot on the island. Even passing ships are required to keep a safe distance to avoid disturbing the wildlife. For those who glimpse it from afar, Moffen seems like a world frozen in time, untouched and silent, where nature reigns supreme. It's one of the few places left on Earth where the balance of life continues exactly as it has for thousands of years, undisturbed by human hands. The Catacombs of Paris. Beneath the bustling streets of Paris lies a hidden world, a dark labyrinth known as the Catacombs. Created in the late 18th century, these tunnels hold the skeletal remains of more than 6 million people, carefully stacked along endless corridors of stone. While a small portion is open to tourists, the majority of the catacombs is strictly off-limits. The forbidden sections stretch for miles, leading to forgotten chambers, underground lakes, and ancient graffiti left by explorers. Entering without permission is illegal and incredibly dangerous. Many who ventured in have become lost and never returned. These shadowy tunnels form one of the world's largest ossuaries, a chilling underworld that silently records the history of Paris beneath its modern surface. Gyros. Gyros, a small and rocky island in the Aegean Sea, hides a dark chapter in Greece's history. For decades, it was used as a place of exile and imprisonment for political dissidents. Thousands of prisoners were sent here under harsh conditions, isolated from the rest of the world. Today, the island stands abandoned, its prison buildings crumbling under the relentless sun and sea wind. Due to its historical significance and fragile environment, the Greek government has declared it a protected site closed to the public. It has also become a refuge for rare marine species and birds, giving it a second life as a natural sanctuary. But even now, the island's silent ruins echo the cries of those who once suffered there, a somber reminder of human cruelty and resilience.